And one day I was up the ladder, and an architect friend of my brother, who's Peter, he's a sculptor. He was at the Oxford Art School then. They were walking by, and I shouted hello or something, and they said, it was Brian Hanna, I remember, and he said, oh, why don't you take up architecture? I thought, well, that's a good idea. And at that time, I felt, everyone needs a roof over their head. So why not do architecture? Well, it was a long training. It was 6 years. I spent a year of that in America. I qualified, but really the last 2 years of college, I just started to make things. This was, then that was it really, that my destiny was elsewhere. Yes, I'm happiest when I'm in the studio working. It's my happiest times. To be an artist, you've really got to devote your entire life to it. And I suppose I never stop thinking. Mostly mine's about work. I go swimming, I'm going up and down the pool thinking, now today I'll edge that, and I'll start that piece, and I'll cut this, and I'll do that, and I never stop. You can be a genius, but unless you create the work, then there's nothing for the world to see. Well, the Pegasus horses, the first one came into being in 1980, and he's in gold leaf copper sheet and has wings of blue, and he's called Monument to Hope. The wife is Monument to Joy, and she was built in 1990 in this present studio. And at the moment I'm planning, I want to do a baby, twice the size, in gold, for the millennium. There's a very good spot in Trafalgar Square on a plinth. There's an empty plinth in Trafalgar Square that would be very good. So that would be a very nice place. But as long as it's somewhere public, my works are about bringing joy to people, and I think that's important. So they have to be somewhere public for people to see them. About 15 years ago, it was with my friend Divine that I first started doing portraits. And I do enjoy going out and socialising. And that's in a way why I'm so interested in portraits as well. Because to me, without people, there wouldn't be anything. There wouldn't be art. There would just be ants. And really, my work is not elite. It's made for everybody. Well, I'd just been to Cruft's dog show. And we were sitting round, as you do, chatting, thinking about how could I do one, what sort of party could I do, and I think the Miss World had just been on, so it was a combination of lots of things, but it was kind of the Cruft's dog show that really, I think, prompted it, which is why the whole thing is based on poise, personality, and originality. It's got nothing to do with beauty. In 1972, I started the Alternative Miss World. I started a thing called the Happy Club. I think it must have been about 8 or something. And we had, I think we had to pay a penny. It was a penny or something, or tuppence to join. And the idea was called the Happy Club, and I think I've been doing it ever since. Well, now, my purpose is to bring joy and happiness. That's my message. And that's what I'm doing. Perhaps at the moment I'd love to do more monuments. I'd like to do bigger things, but until one's asked, the best way is to just be in the studio and create it myself, because that's what I'm here for.